Is it me? Is it the fade? I need to practice. You got it.
Yep.
The Dreadwolf's everywhere, isn't he?
Ravane is on pretty good terms with the Dalish clans. We get elven stuff here and there.
trouble scouted.
You want some? Good hit! That's Rook's kill!
Hey, Tosh. When did you start breathing fire?
When I was a toddler, started doing it like burping.
Diaper changes must have been exciting.
My mother would do it outside. She'd splash me with water first.
And you were okay with that? You didn't fuss?
Nah, I liked the water. Cool, sharp. Learned to swim before I learned to walk.
Let's go get him!
Taking fire!
That's a win.
These are the crows that were supposed to be picking up supplies.
This was an ambush. This is a weird question, but do you think I could sit on your shoulders in battle one day?
Why?
I could shoot at people and you could axe them. We'd be walking artillery. Unstoppable.
Oh. Oh. Yes. Hey. Some for you. Some for you. Hey, don't be a dick. That was for the little one. Stupid birds.
Here, let me.
You gotta spread it out. Throw it out in a clump and they fight over it.
I know how to do it.
So do it. Sometimes I practice with the fire out here. It's safer. No people around. Lots of water.
Is it magic, or...?
It's not magic. My mother says the Kunari used to be closer to dragons. Something in our blood.
The Antam called you a Dari.
Yeah. Old Kunari word for fire breather. A few like me are born every generation. My mother thinks Adari were meant for something special. She's always looking through the old texts for clues. Come on. Don't want to scare the birds. My mother left the Qun not far from here. She got herself transferred to Kantar from Parvalan. Smuggled me there and then walked out.
I thought Kantar was well fortified. How did she escape with a child?
The Qun isn't a prison. People can leave if they want. You little guys hungry?
Do you miss living under the Qun?
Not much to miss. I was a baby. My mother misses it. She was an Ashkari back then. A scholar.
Why'd she leave?
Me. There's enough for all of you. Shathan was worried about what the Kunari would do with a fire breather like me.
What would they do?
She said they'd have me put in the Antam, use me as a berserker. The idea scared her enough that she left her library and walked away from the Qun. Hey! Come on. Over here's where I practice.
Why not on the beach?
The birds just ate. Scare them any more than you already did and they'll be crapping everywhere. What the crap is that?
The Antam must be marking their territory.
Not on my beach. Vashvatari! Come on. These banners need to burn.
Tosh, see what you can do. Nice. What does it feel like when you breathe fire like that?
It's more like spitting.
Ew.
Something inside my throat opens up and lets stuff mix together. Then there's this rush of heat as I roar it out.
I'm surprised it doesn't hurt your mouth to do that.
It can. One time my tongue got in the way. Got a mouthful of fire.
Ouch.
Didn't hurt much. My mother has to make food extra spicy so I can taste it.
I guess that's the trade-off for being a fire breather.
It's fine. I smell stuff better than most people.
An Antam supply cache. Too bad it's locked up.
Not for long. Watch. Yep.
Wow, it burned right through it.
Yep. Melts some metals, not all.
How'd you figure out which kinds of metals you could melt?
My mother said I went through a lot of spoons as a baby. This way.
More birds to feed?
Something like that. Karash, it's Tosh. I brought food.
Avatosh, it's good you came early. The feather clouds are getting lower. It's going to rain. Who is this with you?
This is Rook. She's a friend.
A friend. All right. Make sure you both dress for rain. Drip rain, not mist rain.
What's the difference between drip rain and mist rain?
Drip rain soaks through the clothes. Mist rain just wets the skin. Sorry, I don't know all the words in your language.
No, I get it.
Karash was a worker caste navigator. Got dragged along with the Antam when they invaded.
They told us it was ordered by the Qun. I was not taught war. I was taught the weather. Red clouds for thunder, gray clouds for rain, green clouds for the devouring storm, and black clouds for the Antam cannons. After what they did in Ventus, I ran away.
Is there anything you need? We saw that the Antam were in the area.
Yes. I knew some of them from the Dreadnought where I worked. I know places to hide. They did not see me.
Let me know if they give you trouble.
I am at peace, Avatosh. I have the clouds to watch and fish to eat.
More than just fish. Here you go. Shathan said to eat the fruit before it spoils.
I like the cookies better.
Everyone likes the cookies better.
I'll eat the fruit. Thank you, Avatosh.
Panaheydan. I'll see you soon.
So, the dragon hunter has a softer side.
The Qun says you take care of people.
So, you're a little Kunari, a little Riveni, and a little dragon?
Yeah?
I get that.
Come on. I should tell my mother how Karash is doing. So how do you get it?
I had to leave most of my old life behind when I joined the Shadow Dragons. And now I'm fighting elven gods. So you take what works from each part, right?
Yeah. I had to take Kunari language classes growing up. I had to learn how to tie these stupid knots. It wasn't so bad when the Kunari and Ravain were at peace. Now the Antam have broken from the Qun and started attacking. People look at me like they're scared I'll switch sides.
That's their loss. People who've only ever been one thing will never know how big the world is.
Yeah? Maybe. Mother, what are you doing here?
You used to call me Tama.
I also used to wet the bed. Want me to start that up again?
I'd rather you didn't. Because she's sleeping in my base, which means I own the bed. I'm actually next on laundry detail.
She always did like the mouthy ones. In truth, Evitash's tastes are quite varied, although it is uncommon for her to be attracted to men.
Mother.
Perhaps because in some ways, she acts more like a man herself.
Why are you here?
I came to ask Karash about the tablet your group recovered. I wondered if some of the symbols might be used among the Antam.
Be gentle. Don't make him talk about the war.
I see the wisdom of your suggestion. I also see that you used your fire again, Chakra Toebra.
Chakra Toebra.
Remember to keep your consonants crisp. Kunari do not slouch, and neither does our language. Panahedan, Evitash. You did well bringing Karash his food.
Sorry. She's like that.
She's very involved in your life.
Yeah.
It was nice to meet Karash.
Yeah. It was. I'm on it. Chakra Toebra. Chakra Toebra. Stupid crisp consonants.
Your consonants sound pretty crisp to me. I like the way Kinari sounds when you speak it.
Nah, I'm saying it wrong.
That's what Shaitan says? She's real hard on you, huh?
She's trying to teach me. Like a Tamasran.
I don't think that's a Tamasran thing. I think it's a mom thing.
Ready for a fight?
Nice, Rook!
Okay. Door's sealed, but those figures next to it look different. Might be a clue for how to open it. You and your mother talk about stuff a lot.
She's my ma. I don't know what I'd do without her. Just knowing she's out there, ready with a hug, makes the world seem brighter, you know? Shaitan not a hugger?
Our horns would get tangled up.
You're never far from the water in Ravane, one way or another.
Gotcha.
Looks like the Antam got the supplies that were meant for the crows.
We need to get those supplies back and pay back the Antam. Some kind of puzzle with torches or fires or something. I'd get treasure out of it.
Yep.
Let's see if it burns.
I'll need a wisp.
Better be ready. Nice hit, bro.
Hey, they had one of the Crow's prisoner. She's still alive.
That's been sorted.
The Antam kept me alive so they could use me to trick Ravane into sending more supplies. I didn't think anyone was coming.
The Lords of Fortune wouldn't abandon you. It's the least we could do for the Crows.
Thank you for your timely arrival. I'll get the supplies to Treviso and pay back the Antam there.
Need an edge in the Hall of Valor? Come take a look. Hey, punch an on-tom for me.
So, you're a mage, right?
I am a seer, yes.
Does that mean you're not a mage?
It means that my magic is primarily focused on communing with spirits, or acting as a conduit for them to speak.
Oh, what foul-hearted... Spirit tugs at the corners of your lips to turn them down so.
What? Oh, I'm fine. I'm just thinking about what I could do better next month.
Welcome to the Hall of Valor. I knew you'd find your way here sooner or later. Your kind always do. Looking to fight? Get yourself in order and head to the entrance. In war, victory. In peace, vigilance. In the Hall of Valor, give it up for renowned Grey Warden and Monster Slayer, Darren!
Get out of the way! Good hit!
Asamra. That's Kunlat for congratulations, right?
You might want to try Ananra. You just said, "We are doing you."
I was saying it wrong all this time. Actually, that explains a lot. Anyway, Ananra out there. You'll want something with a bit more bite this time, I reckon. All right, get your ass in there and give us a show. They invaded our country. Will they conquer the Hall of Valor? Find out as the Artom enter our next fight. You can really put on a show. I should charge an entrance fee. Ready for something really spicy? I've got what you need. All right, get your ass in there and give us a show. Venatori wanted to Vinta resurgence. But it's not going to happen if they're dead on arrival.
My cause is battle.
Keep
that up. Keep it coming, Brooke.
Nice takedown.
I'm good to go again.
And I'm out another 20 gold. Maker, I should stop betting against you. I line them up and you keep knocking them down, but I still have some tricks. Get yourself in order and head to the entrance. Hang on to your hats. We've got some new challenges for you today.
Everybody good?
I see you picked up some nice tricks in the Shadow Dragons.
Well, when the Venatori have a floating palace that shoots firebolts, you have to get really good at not dying.
All right, this is really starting to annoy me. Once more, and don't you dare hold back. All right, get your ass in there and give us a show. Everyone hit the privy and grab a snack. You won't want to miss this next fight.
We're beating them.
It's on now.
We're losing people. They're losing.
Coming at range.
They're at range. Way to go, Rook.
Look at that. Barely a scratch. Hall of Valor's ready. How about it? Feeling valorous? Get going! Don't keep your fans waiting. All right. Who's ready for some action? I know I am.
Coming in range. I'm ready, Rook.
You can really put on a show. I should charge an entrance fee. Looking to fight? Get yourself in order and head to the entrance. We got the idea for this next match from a traveller named Armax. Said he used it to challenge Shepard. Look at that. Barely a scratch. Looking to fight? All right, get your ass in there and give us a show. All right. Who's ready for some action? I know I am.
Make it count, God.
Nice one, Tosh. Good job, Davrin.
No problem.
Ready.
You couldn't pay me to step in the pit with you, and coming from me, that's quite a compliment. Looking to fight? All right, get your ass in there and give us a show. Nobody's beaten this next fighter since the mysterious stranger from overseas. Think how new challengers can match them?
Fail our god!
Get out of there!
Nice move.
Golden glory.
You've certainly earned your reputation. Who wants to get their blood pumping? Get yourself in order and head to the entrance. Come on, place your wagers! And remember, never let anything you aren't prepared to... lose.
Not bad, Rook. A shadow blessing.
One for Rook.
One for us.
And I'm out another 20 gold. Make... I should stop betting against you.
I wish I could breathe fire. I don't know, it just feels like the kind of thing that could be useful, you know?
Sometimes it helps to burn through stuff.
I wonder if we could make it go further or hotter. How long can you hold your breath?
Not long. Healers say it's because breathing fire hurts my lungs.
Oh, never mind then.
Your warden contacts, Efka and Antoine, you think they'll come through?
They'll try.
Well, it's more than we've gotten from the first warden. Where'd you meet them anyway?
It was the Deep Roads. They were there on warden business. Varric and I were after Solus. We didn't tell them at the time, of course. But you survive a Deep Stalker attack together, and you make fast friends.
The voices again.
Untold years asleep, only to see our sanctums defiled. Even Arlathan is trampled by cast-offs and mortals. We must secure the Alluvians.
We shall. The Ontom are uneasy in the crossroads, but they know their duty.
If they fail, give the best preserve to me for improvement.
Dead Ontom? We're already on it.
We sail.
So after crossing paths in the Deep Roads, you kept in touch with Efka and Antoine?
Yeah, we trade letters every few months. One time, Antoine sent a diagram for some kind of automatic door he was developing based on springs. It chimed when it closed, so you wouldn't get stuck. He can be a little unorthodox.
Aren't we all?
No sign of the professor.
I hope he's here and that he doesn't mind us disturbing him. He is a senior necromancer. I don't... Oh!
What a marvelous surprise! Any trouble with the lift? Our last guests were stuck for hours. Poor souls. Oh. Professor Emmerich Volkaren of the Morn Watch.
Hello, Professor. We've never met, well, in person, but I've been writing to you.
Belara, my dear girl. What a pleasure. Surely you didn't come all this way just to see me.
Actually, we did. You see, we need a Fade expert.
I'm Rook.
Charmed.
I liked that bit with the flaming skull.
It's nothing, really. Just an evocation of the flame of the last steps.
Looks great.
Thank you. You know, I'm never quite sure how these spells strike someone from outside Navarra. I'd be pleased to continue our conversation after I tend to some small business here. I must investigate. Would you two mind accompanying me further into the shrouded halls?
Toward that screaming?
Something's gone awry in this part of the necropolis, Rook. The dead stir more easily than they should.
Oh, wow. I've never seen anything like this.
I think something's ahead.
Strange. These halls should be under the protection of the bell.
that a despair demon?
Fascinating, isn't it? They shouldn't be able to breach the shrouded halls at all.
Take your word for it.
Trouble ahead. Careful, Rogue. It signaled you out. It's vital we discover why that spirit manifested here.
Lead the way, Professor.
Someone's barred the door and chained the sunken star.
There's undead here.
We may need to defend ourselves, depending on their condition.
Haven't fought undead in a while.
There's no reaching these. They're mindless.
You can't control them?
I'm afraid sometimes the weaker dead work themselves into frenzies. Poor things.
Nice move!
I must free that bell.
Need some help?
Thank you. The star, the bell, can banish these despair spirits if we unchain it. We'll need a wisp to unseal the doors leading out. Could you please find one and bring it here?
Okay. How?
Give your greetings, and the wisp will follow.
Hello.
Ah, wisps are the simplest of spirits, but quite helpful. Bring the wisp here, and we can unseal the doors.
Doors open. Where to now?
This should lead us to the upper chambers, where we can free the bell. There's someone I'd like to consult with on the way.
So, Professor.
Just Emily, please.
You weren't that surprised we need a Fate expert.
The spirits talk. Even the simplest have been clamoring about chaos in the Fade. Someone coming to consult wasn't an if, so much as a when.
Trouble scouted.
An excellent hit, Rook!
Of course. Oh, that's cold. That's really cold.
Echoes of the despair spirits, misery devouring itself. We should keep our distance. If provoked, these manifestations will shatter. We've a fight ahead. End this! Quickly! We've company.
Good hit.
Over there. I made that one ready.
Didn't even know what hit him.
I see we've company.
Great hit, Rook.
Strange. This door shouldn't be here.
Shouldn't it?
The necropolis rearranges itself every so often.
Need a wisp. This is locked too. I didn't see any wisps around.
Then I shall call for aid.
Can't do this without a wisp.
They've answered. We'll need to guide the wisps who've just arrived to the door.
Those wisps really came just because you asked.
They care for us, Rook. Our ever-loyal friends amongst the dead.
Here's our second wisp.
Do they mind following us around?
Wisps often seek out mortal company. They're drawn to us as flowers turn towards a sun.
Aw, that's sweet.
There's the last wisp.
Good. Let's return to the door. Well done. Past these chambers, we'll find some assistance with reaching the bell. Despair is far more pervasive than I'd thought. We must stop who's ever drawing these spirits here.
You think a person's behind all the despair demons?
Oh yes. Mortals are their prime attraction.
Better be ready.
How do we get rid of all these despair demons?
Their source is near the bell you saw earlier. Ringing it will banish them, but we must find who lured them there in the first place. Tell me, Rook, where are you from?
I grew up in Tevinter.
Our cousins in Magecraft to the north. You must tell me about your journeys once we're above ground.
Heard ya. Here we are. This is where we'll learn who summoned these despair spirits.
But how?
You must open yourself to possibilities while in the necropolis. Would you mind lighting those braziers, Rook? This should unseal our final path to the bell. It's best we unchain it quickly.
And then?
The sunken star will drive away despair. Any malicious spirit that hears the tolling of the bell will be banished to the Fade.
Even banishing demons is extra fancy down here.
It's one of the specialities of the necromantic arts. One of our better known ones, perhaps.
I think most people know about the undead stuff.
Excellent. Approach the body and we'll begin. By seal and flame, who brought despair in our midst? Despair? Who brought it here?
Venatori.
The Venatori. Of course. This way, please.
What did you just do?
The colloquial term is corpse whispering, a gift that manifested with my magic.
Wow.
Honestly, I've no idea how the other Watchers navigate the necropolis without it.
Shh, think I hear someone.
This map is useless. We wasted 3 slaves in those traps. If that Hand of Glory burns down...
So don't dawdle!
Found this Venatori.
They have no place in these halls.
Drain them!
All right, everyone. Excellent form, Rook.
There we go!
That strength is irrelevant!
Annihilate them!
A solid blow!
We are...
Keep going, Everett.
The gods inspire!
Stop trying, fool!
Masterfully done, Rook!
What are the Venatori after? Gold? Artifact?
Raw magic. Their first envoys were obsessed with gathering power for some new masters.
I'll fill you in on them later.
Shadows everywhere!
Well, down one more despair demon. That's the last of them.
I see someone by the crates.
I don't think they're Venatori. This looks interesting.
Spirit labyrinths? I didn't know they'd learned to make miniature ones in Tevinter.
What's this?
A vessel to store the magic the Venatori intended to siphon away from us.
Hello? Did the Venatori bring you here?
They said I'd spilled the wine too many times. That I'd be a better sacrifice than slave.
You are in Navarra, sir. There are no slaves on our soil. Please remain here. After we've seen to the rest of the Venatori, I'll send for someone to escort you above.
All right.
Those Venatori dragged that man down here just to die.
The Watchers will shelter him. We'll inquire if he has any family in Minrathous.
I know people in Minrathous who would help with that. Just say the word.
Thank you. We'd welcome the assistance. As for the Venatori, what remains of them will be put to work. The Sunken Star can help us if we break the Venatori's chains.
Right. There's one chain.
Excellent.
Nice hit, Rook.
We have them now!
That's the last chain.
We must return to the lower level to ring the bell. Be ready. The ritual to wake the bell will draw Despair's attention.
And any more Venatori.
I'll need you to keep them occupied while I work.
There's the Venatori.
Bring them down!
Got him good, Brooke. Venatori brought demons. Give me power! How are we doing, Emmerich?
The bell is slowly awakening, but we must fight a little longer.
demon!
Hold fast! That one! Quickly! We're halfway there.
Thanks, Emmerich.
My pleasure.
Hit him now! Emmerich, now what?
Now, the grand necropolis shows itself!
Wow, those despair demons vanished.
Pretty impressive.
Thank you, but come, let's ensure these cultists didn't leave anything dangerous behind. I'll ask our attendants to gather their bodies later, of course.
And this is a severed hand.
It can't be. A hand of glory? The Venatori should never have this. I must find out where it came from. Let me know when you'd like to return to the chambers above.
Let's get back to the lighthouse.
You can tell me why you've sought out a Fade expert on the way?
I know it's a lot, but I swear we've seen the blighted elven gods ourselves.
It would explain recent Oniric disruptions.
At the least. The implications of what Rook's witnessed are... Ah, thank you, Manfred.
No one ever brings me tea after I slog through a haunted crypt.
My assistant, Manfred. Always thoughtful.
You spoke of danger to the Fade.
The elven gods plan to tear it wide open to get to the Blight. And they've already messed with it. Demons, tears in reality. Our team needs a Fade expert.
Many Watchers never depart Navara. But with events so dire...
I'd be delighted to assist.
It has been many years since you left us.
Well, yes, but elven gods, ancient magics. I couldn't bear miss this. Besides, I've spent my life exploring the Fade and speaking to spirits. If Rook needs an expert, none are better qualified than I.
Only if your assistant's coming.
Manfred? But of course!
Welcome aboard.
Wonderful! I'll gather my things. Come, Manfred.
The Grand Necropolis was at peace again, and Emmerich was off to a new adventure. But in Navarra, nothing stays down for long. The Venatori had unearthed something no one should have, and delivered it to the worst possible person. Emmerich's journey would soon bring him face to face with the gloaming lantern.
What the Venatori ultimately intended with their incursions into the necropolis worries me. Whether or not it was directed by the gods, the timing serves them well. Chaos, I fear, is their ally.
With this, Demeter's Crossing and the Blighted Dragons, and everything else we're all dealing with, feels like we're at war. A lot of little wars.
Didn't take the gods long to attract support from all the worst people in Thedas.
They're offering power to anyone who wants it. The Venatori and Antam won't question what it will cost.
So how do we fight back then?
We don't have an army, but we do have allies. Like the Veil Jumpers.
After Demeter's Crossing, it's personal for them.
The Shadow Dragons. I should have earned my way back into their good graces after we saved Minrathous.
Tarquin won't ever admit it, but he was impressed.
Also, Lady Morrigan requested a meeting at the Cobbled Swan in Minrathous.
Could she have found some trace of the gods?
Probably. Morrigan doesn't visit crowded taverns for fun.
I also heard from Grey Wardens out in the Hossberg wetlands, Antoine and Evka. Something strange is happening with the Blight there. I bet it involves the gods.
The first warden didn't seem impressed the last time we met.
I heard he told you to piss up a rope.
Will he be in the wetlands?
I don't keep track, but he can't stop you from asking a few questions, if we're fast enough.
Any details on the Blight in the wetlands?
Antoine said he didn't write it down.
Why not?
Either he didn't trust someone else wouldn't read the note, or he didn't want us to panic.
Gillenane has laid low since we hurt her dragon, but the Blight spreads rot wherever the gods go.
And no one's better at tracking Blight than Wardens.
Morrigan and those Wardens feel like our best leads on finding the gods.
Are they really gods? Or just ancient mages? It's not clear.
They're gods. In their power and wrath, at least.
Lucanus, you're back.
I am.
Good to have you back. This is Professor Emmerich Volkaren, our fate expert, and Tosh, our dragon hunter. They joined while you were away.
Hey.
Charmed.
Right. Not everyone has met. So, a dragon hunter. Treviso could have used you.
What's happening there?
It's just... people blame you for what happened to Treviso, Rook. But they did not have to make that choice, knowing what the gods are capable of. There was no recall. Still, it changes things. How could it not?
But you're back with us.
Yes, here to stay.
Good to have you back, whatever the circumstances. Everyone needs to be a part of this. That's the only way we'll win.
After what they did to Treviso, I want these gods to fall. I don't see anyone else with a better chance than you. My blade's yours, until the end.
Great. Let's follow up on some leads.
I'll let Lady Morrigan know we're ready to meet.
I'll send word to Antoine and Evka. They're holed up in a town called Lavendel.
Everyone else should rest up. Be ready to move when I call.
Never easy, is it, kid?
What do you mean?
Making the big choices, then living with the consequences.
Feels like stopping two gods isn't the kind of thing that should get handed to a fresh leader. Though someone needs to be in charge, right? Everyone's looking to me for answers. I have to be ready to give them, even when I'm not certain.
And that's why I recruited you, Rook. I knew you could fill my shoes. Anyway, you've got a meeting with Morrigan to attend, and dealing with whatever the Warden's found. All this chatting is taking it out of me. Think I'll rest for a bit. Good work, Rook. You'll find your way through this. I know it.
A third edition of the Unnameable Elements? I didn't even know it had editions.
Oh, it's much improved with the index. Please, borrow it if you'd like.
I'd love to. Oh, Rook, you probably wanted to say hi. Thanks, Professor.
You look moved in.
Just a few essentials. Manfred was a great help with the boxes. What a fascinating place this lighthouse is. What do you make of it?
It's great. Big, mysterious, lots of art. Everyone's got their own room.
It'd be easy to fall in love with such a place.
I think Balara has.
She's been quite welcoming. However, I noticed a few of the others taken aback by Manfred, and I overheard remarks about my skulls. My necromancy won't cause any undue worry, will it?
We're still getting used to one another.
True. And yet...
Give it time. We'll settle in.
Please excuse me. Manfred and I should finish our inventory. Thank you for stopping by. By the way, Rook, before I left, Myrna and Vorgoth asked if we could assist with an outbreak of hauntings across Thedas. They also mentioned displaced wisps in the necropolis. I'm not sure what's frightened them, but it bears investigation.
Hauntings and scared wisps? Let's look into it.
Thank you. We'll depart for the necropolis whenever you're ready.
So, your mom wanted you to lay low, and now you're with us.
And because I wanted to be here.
Then it looks like we pleased everyone. Isn't that novel?
Yep. It's great.
I was not expecting to see Morrigan with the Veil Jumpers.
She shows up now and again, sometimes with news or a warning.
That sounds like Morrigan.
Some of the others swear she watches out for us, in the form of a raven. And she once swooped down to save a couple of Veil Jumpers from a rampaging demon. As a spider, a really large one, wagon-sized.
Well, I'd rather have the wagon-sized spider on my side, I suppose.
Rook, not now. Please.
It looks like our boy Hassan is feeling his oats. Or whatever griffins feel.
He's getting the hang of it. When he listens.
He seems to be able to handle himself so far.
You got lucky the Gloomhowler didn't tear you to pieces, boy. You wait for my command. We attack together. Then we can kill stuff like that.
At least he's learning.
The instincts kick in. Griffins see darkspawn and it's a fight to the death. Like wolves hunting deer. Just need to corral it.
Sounds like the perfect soldier. And even flies.
Aerial cavalry. A full-grown griffin is a force of nature. Every muscle in him, every talon, every feather, honed into a killing machine. Hassan's ancestors took on archdemons.
Like his name says, he's an arrow.
Half lion, half eagle, with the instincts of both, griffins will always be hunters.
Just like his daddy Davrin.
I suppose we are our nature.
Not sure about that?
Most of my life I've hunted the darker things in the world. But caring for a griffin? What do I know about that? Yet here I am.
That's not so bad, is it?
Not the path I expected. Makes me wonder about Hassan, his brothers and sisters, still young, pure.
You're worried?
I'm responsible for the future of every griffin alive. I want it to be a good one. These animals live to fight, but I wonder if there's another path for them.
It's still early. Hassan's just a kid. Let him test the waters, see what shakes loose.
You mean like a parent?
Yep.
Parents. A scary word. I'm supposed to be his bodyguard.
What do you think you've been doing this whole time?
Trying to ignore it. If I get myself killed by a Hurlock, that's on me. If it's Hassan, I just don't want to mess it up.
I think that's where trust comes in. That Turlum idea you keep talking about. Trust Hassan to find his way. Don't force things.
He's headstrong.
Good thing you are too.
Right. Thanks for the chat.
You know, Rook, every time I think I've got a handle on how weird magic is, it just gets weirder.